Welcome back to another video. Today we're back to just playing at the highest level, facing good opponents, and getting some good wins. I'll catch you on the first game. Alright, first match here, going to be against Banana. Definitely do not want Neo Highway. Let's see if they can skip first, though. I'm happy to skip. Sands of Time. Map I'm not too upset to play. Looks like they're going to be running Ben. Now, this was the #1 finishing player last season, so they are a very strong player. I do happen to know, though, that they've been running sort of joke strategies a little bit more frequently as of late. Like, Benjamin Darling Village Super, I think, is something that they've been running, which is just as bad as it sounds. It's a terrible strategy with no plan for early, mid, or late game. Anyways. Oh wait, I messed up my eco. Yeah, usually do 2 reds and 9 blues. I accidentally did 3 reds, so I'd get a little less eco than usual. And I will be also playing sub-farm ice here, as I did mention in my previous video a few days ago. I think this strategy is basically the strongest strategy in the game right now. On the maps that you can use it on. So, definitely just going to bring this strategy at any point possible. I'm already usually playing Sentai sub on this map, so bringing ice instead of bomb as my third. Like, Bloon Crush is really nice, but having an absolutely absurd amount of money is definitely nicer. Yeah. Barely missed my farm there in round 2. Yeah. I've been a little bit slower with my timings and such as of late, but I'm not too worried about it. Getting around, start of round 3 farm instead of a round 2 farm isn't that much of an inefficiency. As long as I do get relatively normal farming throughout the rest of the game. Also, my Sentai feels like he's trying less hard than usual. Weird. Oh, it's farm! I guess that makes more sense as to why they went with round 1 Ben. Usually with Village Super, you would want a round 3 Ben just to maximize your eco, but they are running farm. I wonder what it's Darling Farm with. Maybe Darling Farm Super could it be, but it's not too sure. Get my sub down on last. And then usually sub on last and Sentai on strong will full defend whites and blacks on this map, but I think my Sentai spot might be just a couple pixels off. We'll see how well I do on round 6 when that comes. They are also leaking pretty low on lives. I wonder if they'll be alright, or if they'll need to buy extra defense early against blacks. Obviously, I'd be happy for my opponent to buy more defense than they want to buy. I think I will go for just the plan of buying more farms. Probably do 2 200 farms, and then after that, work on a plantation. Okay, they did get my Sentai to leak 1. Should be fine there. Did need to buy a second sub. Good force by them. Still want to continue to maximize my eco. If they go for more farms, I think honestly I might send them some yellows here. Maybe I get 1 more farm down and... Okay, they buy farms, so I am going to send them some yellows. Try to force out a Ben ability so that they won't have it for when they need it on round 9 or so. They use boost. They use boost instead of Ben ability. That's really interesting. Because obviously their Ben ability will come back. And I guess technically, with enough money, their boosts will come back as well. But definitely a lot more valuable than a Ben 3. Get a 3rd farm down and start working on a plantation with this one. I will get my machine gun in a second here. So I'm not too worried about these leaking balloons. Yeah, machine gun. Very strong. Huge power up for Sentai. Basically means he has a much lower chance of ever chasing. I could send them Rico Zebras here to force a little extra defense. I think I'd rather just wait and send them lead balloons on round 10. And that'll just force their Hydro Rocket Pod straight up. Definitely a pretty good plan for me. get them to buy Hydro Rockets here. Yep, HRP, well done. And then if they rush me, I can just buy triple guns, armor-piercing darts, whatever I need. Okay, I get triple guns. I'm not going to buy armor-piercing darts unless they force it. I will try to get a bank this round. I could rush them. Ben ability is just so strong. I feel like rushing them is a misplay here. Get a bank up. If they rush me... Marketplace! No bank, marketplace. Oh, I'm really interested as to why they opt for no bank and instead marketplace. I guess marketplace is pretty efficient with Ben, I guess, but... I feel like you'd rather just get your bank around earlier. It just makes so much money. Even if you, like, end up catching it out early. They're not even going to get it that round. Are they going to rush me? Or they just go for round 14 bank? That's fine, I'll just eco. I think even if it's Dartling Farm Super, which is their strongest possible late game third tower, I think I'm still just going to beat them late game. I don't think they have the funds to defend mid-game pressure and then round 30. So I'm just going to have so much money. I'll be able to send them whatever rushes I want, effectively. I wonder also if I should invest more into anti-stalling, because I have not necessarily more farms than them, but I have similar farms to them, and I have a better late game, so I want us to both have less money, if that makes sense. I think I will stop at 1k eco here, and then start working on a ice platform. Ice platform there. Start working on a second bank. They're going for lots of eco. I don't think that's necessarily a misplay, I just think it's a little strange. I probably will send them a bit of a rush once I get at my bank. Or should I just go straight for my Monkeynomics? I just don't know. I definitely want to be a little more aggressive towards them so that they're going to have to end up with less money than they would want, but it's hard to say when it's good to send a rush and when it's not. I think soon I want an AP darts. This round got stalled way too much for my liking, so probably buy AP darts next round towards the end would be the plan. What's in this bank? Huh. It's hard because if I just don't send them anything, I can get a super duper early Monkeynomics. And that's just going to be 4,800 effective eco for me. I think I will send the Fortified Mob. And then white's behind so that it doesn't get Trojaned right away. Super Monkey, that's fine. Make sure they use their ability here. Are they alright? They're definitely going to bend 3. Do it again. Probably try to get tower boost here. My bank is just about full, so I will get enough loan there. They did use a tower boost. Now they're down to 1 tower boost. Definitely want AP darts here. Fortified Moab, just buy my necessary defense, don't mess around at all. I could go into debt right now and get my Monkeynomics, and I think I rather like that idea. 1 AP darts is not too bad. Get at my Monkeynomics. And it'll be really quick with Reactor as well. So they won't really be able to punish me here. Maybe tight leads will be a problem, but I can still afford a snowstorm if I need it. And I also do have my ability back. I guess they're going for Monkey Wall Street? Is that their plan? Do they go into debt for Monkey Wall Street here? I don't think so. No, they're just ecoing. How close am I to affording a Monkey Energizer here. Ooh, they use their ability. They don't want me to get a fortified ZOMG. So I'll wait for that ability to run out, and then I will actually send them one, because that is a very strong send. Just wait for that to be over. Okay. Fortified ZOMG. Send it. And then after this ability, I'll get up my Energizer. Yeah. They'll be able to stall it for a while, but I don't think they'll be able to get up their Monkey Wall Street this round with that on the screen. Get up Energizer. Do I have a spot? Yeah. If they send me any sort of rush, I do want to be able to have a snowstorm on the water. Will be very nice for me. Okay, they siphon again. I will Bloom Boost. Try to get their last tire boost here. Are they fine? Siphon is so strong I can't block it with purples. I think they get Pierce Cap. They need Tower Boost, or they're dead. Are they just dead? They're just dead. Yeah. They were too greedy. They had to use their last boost there, or buy more defense or something. Anyways, very nice first game against former #1 player. Just showing how powerful it is, because they have to do everything pretty much the way they did, because I'm just going to have such a huge money advantage come late game. Anyways, I'll catch you all in the next match. Alright, next match here going to be the best one. And Cover Command is a perfectly acceptable map for me, so I'll run it up. I'm assuming some sort of Beatini. Yeah, everyone just cannot get enough of Beatini on this map. I'm slightly sick of it, but usually I do end up with a win, so we'll see if that maintains its streak here. Jericho Bomb Sub Farm is really interesting on this map because by all logical, like, everyone has come to the logical conclusion that it is bad and just run Beatini, but none of them have considered that I don't want to. So, yeah, Jericho Bomb still going to be a really strong strategy on this map when played by someone with a lot of experience. Obviously, just run Beatini. Beatini is so good. Just run him and you will win your games. Do not copy my stupid-ass Jericho Bomb. But if you do play Bomb, this is the bomb spot, in case you were curious. It seems like it's a terrible bomb spot, and that's true to some extent in the way that it is a lie. It's not true at all, actually. This is an amazing bomb spot. It just looks really goofy. Yeah. That being said, even the best bomb spot, still going to need to boost round 2 if you're getting Jericho down early. Anyways, get up my cluster here. But, like, look, I did tower boost, admittedly, but I still have 138 lives. That's way more than usual for this map. And also, if you consider to think about keep on thinking about the advantages, on this map, it is very hard to anti-stall, and as a result, the map is almost never anti-stalled. This spot anti-stalls, so people have less money than they're used to buy farms that they shouldn't be allowed to buy because it's too anti-stalled, and then they'll die as a result. So, another downside, though, is that you do need heavy bombs. So, that is a pretty big downside. You can't even greed for a little bit with just your bigger bombs on round 5. You do need heavy bombs or you'll just leak to nothing. And that's unfortunate, but a little necessary. That being said, once you have heavy bombs, it does better against rushes. Like, if you do button and balloon boost white balloons, they won't get through this spot. Even if it looks stupid, it goes on first, it goes right here, and it just completely negates their entire rush of pressing button. And pressing button is super detrimental early game. Because those farms, you're never getting that money back in farms. Here. Like, I knew they would do this. Doing it right now. Look how it just destroys the rush. I'm barely even leaking. I might not even leak at all. Like, 2 lives. 2 lives leaked. It does require micro. Like, you do need to micro it from last to first. Also, last, technically not really an optimal targeting for popping the balloons and such, but you need to target it to last anti-cell, obviously. If I wanted to do better against the balloons, I can just set it to close. And if I'm ever leaking like a bunch of random blues, I can just set it to close for one shot and then put it back on last. And if I really wanted to micromanage it, I could also just keep it on close for the majority of the round. When I see the last AI balloons coming out, then I micro it back to last, just pop them as quick as possible. Because anti-stalling in general, like when you have Jericho, you want the game to be more drained. You want everybody to be poorer, because in Drain, Jericho is going to build your advantage much more. The $650 from his steal is going to matter more in a Drain game than in a Super Bitch game. Okay. I am anticipating Regrow Zebras this round, because this is a bit of a more aggressive player. Yeah, SPAC from them. Definitely expected. Probably put it on close here. Actually, just regular Zebras. A little bit of micro. All good. And they're not getting a plantation. They're getting up spiked balls, it looks like. Like, okay, I guess I won't send you camos then. Oh, shoot, I let that round stall. Don't use the steal. Okay. Sometimes you gotta be careful with Bloon Bot. They can occasionally steal when you really, really need them to not steal. On round 10 specifically. With Highwayman Jericho, like, you need that 650 steal. You cannot settle for any less. Okay. I'm going to bluff like I'm going for a bank here, but in reality, I'm probably just going to float reactor money. If they don't send me anything, then I will... Looks like they're going for bank too. I guess I can just go for bank here. Just got to be careful against balloon boosted camo purples. And also, here in round 13, if they want to send me a rush, this bomb spot is going to make layering on me completely irrelevant. Completely impossible to layer on me here. Okay. I will just buy a reactor. They're sending spams into reactor. Not going to mess around, just going to buy airburst. Keep on anti-stalling here. Because also, anti-stalling levels up my Jericho, and leveling up my Jericho gives me more money from steals. So... if I anti-stall, and obviously, in this case, I'm going to get my Jericho ability back before I get my, what, $1,000 steal, but then maybe I get my $1,300 steal as the next one, if I keep these rounds short. Just things to consider. Like, there's also the mechanic of the longer the rounds are, the more chances I have to steal, but in general, I'm kind of wondering now, do I want to anti-stall at this point? I'm questioning after explaining my logic out loud. Because I have a much more expensive round 24 defense than they do. They just need to buy spiked mines. Whether they actually do that is not for me to say, but I need like a tier 5 sub pretty much, or I'm going to die. Also, round 17 coming up, definitely a bit of a scary round. Yeah, I'm not sure that I really want to be anti-throwing. I assume they send me Moab. Moab is just such a forcing send. I guess not. It's like, I need to buy pretty much a whole AP darts for Moab. Or maybe Ballistic Missile if I buy a Mauler first and then sell it into, but... basically, I need an AP darts pretty soon. I think I will start to slow down my eco here. I'm definitely anticipating Fortified Moab next round. No questions asked. They're definitely going to send that. So, gotta be ready for that. I think if I don't want a tower boost, I'm not sure that I want a tower boost to their Fortified Moab. I know it's coming. I know it's coming. It has to be coming. No, Deathy Spikes. Okay, I guess I'll just buy a farm then. I'm so ready. I'm just gonna plop down a Mauler like it's nothing. If not, I'll just save up for a factory, but there's no way they let me get a factory. Also, look, the rounds are a little shorter than usual. I'm going to get, before the steal, stand and deliver steals $1,000. Look at that. Just like I wrote it out. Yeah, definitely. Okay, plan will be... they get another bank. I think another bank is wrong. I think it's better to just get a factory here. And then, at the end of this round, factory. Because I still want to be able to have an instant, like, Moab Mauler, AP darts, the drop of a nickel. I don't know. Also, coming now, decoy. Moab decoy basically invalidates fortified BFB as a send. I will send one of those myself, just by the way. So yeah, now that I have misdirection up, and also another thing, I'll show you a little trick that you can do with Highwayman Jericho. If you get him round 2, on round 21, it'll cost $200 to get him to level 14. Also, my bank is full. Definitely gonna need to buy IMF loan here in a second. Forcing defense on their side, very nice. Their bank should be full here in a little bit. I think I do want Monkeyonomics, very nice. And also make sure to turn off misdirection. I want to choose what I'm misdirecting, not just let them send me anything randomly for a misdirection force. I think my plan will be for round 24 a Energizer sub, because that gives me cheaper levels on Jericho, so I can get like ZMG decoy or ZMG misdirect and faster Monkeyonomics, faster abilities, just all that good stuff. Yeah, and I mean, okay, they sent me a huge rush. Might as well just get Energizer now. Yeah, so I'm going to get 20% quicker Monkeyonomics abilities now, and much quicker Jericho levels as well. Like, it is still money that I'm spending, but not too much money. And they do have a Deadly Spike pile, 2 recursive clusters, ready to buy more recursive clusters. So I think ceramics might not be the play, but you really need spiked mines. I feel like you just die without spiked mines. I guess I'll just base what I do next on what they do next. If they go for Monkeyonomics, then I'll send them ceramics. Also, yeah, definitely want stand and deliver steals 2500. And probably if I do some of ceramics, I'll also buy level 15 just to give them all, what is it, balloon adjustment. I'm also kind of expecting type Moabs here. What, do they just allow me type Moabs? They still don't have Monkeyonomics. Like, I'm happy to just chill, farm on, while they have 0 Monkeyonomics. Okay, they IMF into their own Monkeyonomics. Boost won't be good enough here. They're dead. They're so dead. They're unbelievably, unfathomably dead. Yeah. Super nice game. Even though their strategy definitely probably stronger than mine. I feel like they missed a couple chances with the round 17, round 18 Moabs, but I played that pretty much perfectly and we won. I'll catch you all in the final match of the video. Final match here going to be against Low Edge. Off-Tide, super fun map, one of my favorites. Cove Command, also pretty solid. We did just play that last game, and I mean, we got the win, so pretty happy with this map right now. It's also just a fun map in general. Generally, rushes get sent back and forth, so you can pretty much expect... Ooh! They run Jericho too! I never see this. You never really see Jericho versus Jericho on this map because, number one, in order for that to happen, you have to be running Jericho, and 90% of people run BTN. And number two, your opponent has to not be running BTN, and 90% of people run BTN. Yeah. BTN definitely will probably be receiving some nerfs in the next balance update, but for now, super dominant, super strong hero. I wonder what they're running. Are they running bomb? I kinda... Oh, they are running bomb! Oh, and they're going with the dumb spot. Well, I mean, okay. In their defense, not everyone is enlightened like I. But... Oh, round 1 Jericho, you just cannot do that. Like, quite frankly, you just cannot do that. And they button pressed me round 2? Round 1? I'm happy to burn boost. But, like, with bomb, you just don't have money to be affording 2 button presses now. They're just going to die round 3. Yeah, definitely. I will say this will not be the last match of the video because they are going to die round 3. Good game. Well played. They're just dead. Cluster, far too late for that. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess that just shows you how not to play bomb on this map. If for some reason you choose to be crazy and not run BTN like me, and you want to run Jericho bomb, just go round 2 Jericho. It's not worth it. You'll die round 3. Anyways, I'll catch you all on the actual final match of the video. That was way too short. Final match of the video, this time definitely for real. We got Samosa, one of my favorite opponents last season. They did end up getting top 10, so good for them. Pirate Cove, perfectly acceptable map. They run BTN. I wonder if they're still going with the Druid farm sub every single map. Because they did that no matter what, even Bloon Bot Factory, even Building Site, even Ports, just Druid sub farm all the way. I wonder if they've changed their ways at all. Either way, going to be a very interesting match no matter what. It's probably still Druid. Let's be so for real. Yeah. Start with Tack Shooter. Gonna go round 2 Jericho. Round 2 Highwayman. Just super nice. Super strong. Like, one of the best parts of Highwayman running him is that no pressure to get him round 1. Just go more eco, get him round 2. Literal zero downside. I guess the downside is that having an earlier steal means you get better farms maybe, but I'm really just not too bothered about that. Excuse me. Get Highwayman down on the rock. Like an absolute king. King of the rock, if you will. Pirate Jericho, and he's on his pirate rock echo. Yeah. So normally with Mortar, you would want your Jericho hitting the front and the back. But given Highwayman, or given Wizard, I mean, not given Highwayman. Highwayman has something to do with this. Anyways, they're layering on me. You have Wizard hitting the back, so you don't need that extra cleanup. We'll tower boost here. Yeah, so if you're getting a Wizard on like round 6 or so, just for cleaning up, or around 7, pretty common round to get a Wizard. You'll probably save more lives just by having an anti-layering Jericho than if you had Jericho cleaning up at the back as well as at the front. Anyways, get Blade Shooter up here. They did spend a good amount of money on layering, so we're pretty much tied in farms with a BTN player. Very happy about that. And if they continue layering on me round 5+, I'll just get a single Wizard, and it'll clean up pretty much perfectly for me. See if they go for it. They are going for it. I just don't think it's going to do much at all. Okay, 2 lives. What, another 2 lives? Yeah, another 2 lives. I'll tank 2 lives for you to spend all that money. Yeah, and then Jericho, if you micro Jericho quickly to last. Oh, they sell their farm. So brutal. You gotta keep in mind, I did use a tower boost. So, probably just pre-buy a Wizard here. Just discourage yellows, because yellows are pretty scary for my strategy. If they do send yellows, I'll just get a fireball. Like, I don't want to take any chance with yellows. Already at a pretty low life count from their early layering. We are very ahead in farms. After this Wizard, we're probably closer to even in farms. They will get their plantation up soon. Definitely before I do, considering I got another farm and considering I bought a whole Wizard. Well, I guess maybe not, because triple guns is very expensive. You do not want to buy triple guns. Probably just pause my eco here, I think, is the play, because I want to get a probably round 10 Necromancer. Sorry, like I said, I'm a bit sick these days, so bit unwell. Like I was saying, I want to be able to afford what I need while having defense for round 9. They're definitely sending me round 10. So, like, if you think about it that way, I need a Necromancer before they start sending me, or I'm going to die. I don't think I needed that boost. I just, you know, very low on lives. Don't really trust it all that much. Try to get AP darts on their side. Try to get a boost. Okay, we got a boost. We are down to our last boost. I assume they're just going to send absolutely no rushes at all for the duration of the game. They can tank that. Okay, they did not choose to tank that. Yeah. I will probably get up my bank, not this round, but maybe next round. They can send rushes, but I don't think they get up their bank this round. Maybe they sell the camo set for it. No, they just didn't have the funds. Get my bank up at the end of this round. I could get it up right now and have it fill up a tiny bit quicker, but just really not worth it. Better to just have the extra bananas from this round. White eco, very... Oh god, yeah, I'm using my last boost here. Am I fine? I think I'm fine to that, but definitely needed to use my last boost. And now I'm just going to be super ahead in money for the whole game. And if they want to send me a rush, they have to rush through a wall of fire, so they're constantly sending purples, a blade shooter, and a whole necro that's been building up from the back of the map. And Jericho. Jericho's a nothing. I will buy the Jericho level for 80 bucks, just to have a little more balloon adjustment. And then I'm considering, do I want to send like a massive ceramic rush randomly? Because, number one, probably get them to use their BTN ability and tower boost, leaving them vulnerable to a rerush. Number two, I know their third tower is Druid. So I'm trying to consider how that would help them, if it would. And number three, it's also just like very random and unexpected from a good player like myself. People don't expect a random $4,000 ceramic rush. If they buy for more, go for more farms, I think I will send them ceramic. I'm trying to think like what's my win condition here, because if they're going through a sub farm, let's say they get up Spirit of the Forest or Sub Commander, they're totally fine round 26. They can send me Fortified ZOMG, which drains me a lot. Probably means I'm never getting Monkeynomics. I think I like the idea of a random huge-ass ceramic rush. Yeah, is that it? Are they dead? No, but they leaked 600 lives. And they did use both abilities like I had hoped. So when my Bloom Boost comes back, I can just do that again and they're going to have to sell a ton of farms. Probably a net profit on the rush for me at that point. Not all. Okay, they sell their bank. They sell their bank. Perfect. All I needed from them. We get the bank sell, and that bank was like a huge amount of their total plans for having money throughout the game. Came with now they send me a huge rush. Okay. Now we're in a drain situation, but I have a farm on the map, they don't. I have a ton of defense on the map. They have a ton of defense on the map. Like, I don't know, it's a weird situation to be in. I don't know if they're out of boosts. I think they might have... They either have 1 or 2 boosts left. They're definitely not out of boosts. Also, definitely expecting a Fortified ZOMG here. It's just a smart send. It's not going to kill me, but it'll drain me to the... Regular is not the play. You have to do Fortified here. Especially because I already have a Maelstrom, Overdrive, and Phoenix. Like, I'm just going to get more value out of those abilities. Tell you. And then work on a third one, I guess. Phoenix early because Phoenix lasts a really long time, I think. Huge Maelstrom. Oh my god, the value on that Maelstrom. I also don't want to tech bot my misdirection. I guess in that situation it was pretty helpful. And then I'm thinking I also kind of want just to get a Prince of Darkness on the screen. Yeah, get up my Prince of Darkness. This will discourage rushes. If they send Fortified ZOMG, that's a hugely committal rush. They're spending $10,000 that could be in farms. They're also spending 200 eco that they're never getting back. I'm in a very good spot here. Prince of Darkness currently does not have a lot of graveyard. It's my one issue. But right now, in the spot that they're in, they don't really have a huge amount of outs for defending just like a bunch of DDTs at any point. Now or in the future. I think we're going to get up a bank there. Getting a Moab here to pop, huge amount of graveyard, I think. Will it be? Yeah, like 1,000 graveyard. Now I'm doing much better for myself. Also, just target it all the way at the back here. I would love to start spawning BFBs, but I'm just not getting that right now. That actually might be my death. They can probably... If they send me all out... Okay, yeah, only 2,000. They can take a couple DDTs. They're expecting me to pretty much all out them here, which I'm not going to do. I'm in a better position than them, I think. I want to have money for Arcade Spike if they send, because my graveyard is just not good enough to the point where I'm happy with my defense against DDTs. Ceramics help, Moabs help. Yeah, I just need more balloons from the AI here. Get up another bank. Maybe could have got an IMF there. I can get the Monkeynomics. I can get a Monkeynomics eventually. Probably don't use stand and deliver here. Or I'll just use it. I do want the 2,500 steel, but I don't know. Maybe I could have paid 5k for the 2,500 steel. Also, definitely going to force a Superstorm here, if that's their plan. Oh. They're dead. Yeah, they just didn't quite have the Superstorm money. We played that game super well. Well-timed rushes, basically just completely obliterated all of their farms. And then, with the farm advantage, pretty much impossible to lose. Because I could have just gone for Monkeynomics, gone round 30, and any path leads to victory in that situation. Anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, sorry, like, I have been uploading once every 2 days instead of daily, but for my mental health, it's just important that I don't really spend too long. But anyways, I'll try to get a video out either tomorrow or the next day. But for now, peace. My friend Ryan Mahalik actually also has a Bloons YouTube channel, and he currently has way more subscribers than me. So subscribe so we can pass them ASAP. Thanks.